Hey, welcome back, folks. Danny here. Another beautiful day here in West Virginia. I say that a lot, but every day in West Virginia is a beautiful day. So I thought it was time that we take another historical ride. So today we're going to head out to the western end of Montague County, near Morgantown, to the historical Mason-Dixon Park. So come on, join us out on the road.
We've made it out on the road. Make our way here to the Mason-Dixon Park. And as I said, it's a historical site. Most folks are familiar with the Mason-Dixon line and associate that with the Civil War. But the Mason-Dixon line was established actually more than 100 years prior to that. It was a survey that was made by two men that were astronomers named Charles Dixon and Charles Mason and Jeremiah Dixon. And they were hired to settle a boundary dispute between the Penns and the Calverts, who were both given tracts of land from England. And it took multiple years to do the survey, and they come near completing it at the site we're going to today at Dunkard Creek. Their trip had been pretty friendly with the Native Americans up to that point, but they encountered a hostile group at that point and were unable to finish the 23 miles from Dunkard Creek. So there's a monument there today we're going to visit. So it has a lot more historical significance beyond the Civil War. We'll see what happens when we get there. Take a few things. Going to take a walk to the monument where it is and see those photographs. So I've got the thing set up today. The mount, the Casio Brave 7 set up on the fairing. Rick-rack mounts are working well. Got my producer along with me today. Can't see her on the bike too well there. She's camera shy for some reason. She helps me set up a lot of the ideas and angles that I want to shoot. So it'll be a pretty cool ride today. Weather's beautiful. It's kind of overcast. It was kind of cool. Be a nice ride today. Hopefully I'm going to set up the camera a little bit later today on the front fender, so check out that view. That's going to be pretty cool. So we'll see how that works out. Not sure where the motovlogging is going to go. You know, watched a video by another vlogger the other day, Harley day rider. Shout out to HDR. He was wondering if motovlogging was done. And I was like, well, you know, and I responded to him, and I really appreciate him responding to comments and let him know that I didn't think it was, that it was changing, evolving. Kind of told him why I started doing the motovlogging, and so I appreciate his input. And you know, like I told him, I watched his videos and others. But yeah, I think it's evolving in a different direction. Everybody's kind of got to be them. They got to do you, as they say, and decide what's best for them in motovlogging or how they want to do it, each channel. You know, as I said before, I'm not looking to make any money off of this. I just want to share my rides with folks that enjoy motorcycling, riding a Harley or a Honda or Indian or whatever it may be. If it's got two wheels and a motor, really don't care. You know, I've got a Honda too. That's something I could do, is take that Honda out sometime and it's an XR 650 dual sport. Take it out sometime and take some trips. There's some beautiful country here in Preston County. We could see that are pretty much accessible only on dirt roads. So maybe I'll check that out sometime and see how that works out for me. So we'll check back here shortly when we get out towards Mason-Dixon Park. Thanks for watching. Coming up on an iconic structure here in Morgantown, the WVU Coliseum. It's a pretty neat structure, constructed in the late 60s, 69, 70 I believe, and where WVU basketball games are held. Pretty neat place. Going Route 7 West here at Core, Jerry. I believe it's about 5-6 miles from this intersection. Route 7 is a pretty nice ride. You're west of Morgantown. So I do believe we've made it to the Mason-Dixon Historical Park.
Well, we made it here to Mason-Dixon Park, and we just talked to the attendant to kind of give us a couple different routes, hoping that we're taking the route. He says it's pretty steep, but you can see there's some cabins in the hill behind us. So, oh well, we got water. Hopefully it'll be a pretty easy trek up the hill to here today. So we're headed to the marker right now. As I said earlier when I was riding along, that Charles Mason and Jeremiah Dixon had surveyed, were hired to fix a survey dispute or property line dispute between the Pins and the Calverts. So the marker that they left, where they came up 23 miles short, is at the top of this hill. It's about a mile and a half hike to get to it. So we're going to go check out that marker. Well, it is a hill, but we're getting there. Some good exercise for today. Well,
still climbing. I wouldn't recommend doing this in extreme heat, or if you're way out of shape. I'm out of shape more than I care to be, but we're making it. But still got a way to go yet. Let's take the steep route, she says. It won't be that hard. You're in good enough shape. I'm starting to question that now. Almost to the top. We're almost there. Well, it's leveled out. It's leveled out somehow. Once we got to the top of the ridge. Ah, a bench. I think we're walking across the ridge line now. Still going up a little bit. But that wasn't too bad after all. So we finally made it here. I'm a hot, sweaty mess now. It's very humid here in West Virginia. So this is a spot that Mason and Dixon had made it to. It's 23 miles short of the track that they wanted to finish. They started in 1763 and they made it to this point in October of 1767. This was marked, and we'll show the markers here to show where they made it to. And I'll put up a picture of the sign. You can read some of the history from that. But a historic point. So many people associate the Mason-Dixon line with the Civil War, as we talked about, and it was created, as I said, over 100 years prior to the Civil War. It really had nothing to do with the Civil War itself, although it's referenced often related to that. Pretty historic site. Now we need to make the trek back down the hill, maybe go get some lunch. I think we talked about getting some good Mexican food. I would say there's probably a margarita in somebody's future here. So thanks for joining us up here. And if you get a chance, I would take a trip out here to Mason-Dixon Park. Come when it's cool, so you can make the trek up the hill, but it's well worth it. Pretty serene sight here.